Give it about another 30 seconds. We'll get rocking and rolling, y'all. All right, we're gonna rock and roll. Good morning, degenerates. Welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto, place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Why? Well, just so you don't have to. Guys, my name is Not Important, and I'm your host. Let's jump right into it. Crypto firms rally behind Ted Cruz to block DeFi broker rule. Brazil approves first spot XRP ETF as local bank eyes stablecoins on XRPL. We're slacking. United States, we're slacking. And Montana becomes the fourth U.S. state to advance Bitcoin reserve bill to the House. Guys, housekeeping. If you do enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto, guys, please, by all means, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the videos, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, on all your social platforms. Guys, tell your wife, tell your kids, tell your husband, tell your dad, tell your cat, tell your goldfish. Don't forget about your goldfish, all right? We want your goldfish to understand what crypto is and learn how to make money in crypto. So we need them watching the channel, all right? Do that. Outside of that, guys, if you want to learn how to trade crypto or trade the traditional market, want to get in on early calls, trade setups, be part of a large community of people that have eyes constantly on the market, guys, check out the link pinned in the comments. That'll take you to the paywall for the Pip Connect Discord. That is Andy Peters' personal Discord. See if it's the right fit for you. Ask questions, guys, by all means. Like I always say this every morning. If you have any questions and want to know more about the Pip Connect Discord, see if it's a right fit for you. Reach out to me. Reach out to Andy. We'll gladly do our best to get those questions answered for you and see if it may or may not be a right fit for you. Outside of that, let me refresh this one time and we'll get rocking and rolling. Good morning, Elijah. What's happening, dude? All right, right now, current market cap sitting at 3.21 trillion. We are up 1.3% from yesterday. Bitcoin dominance hovering at 60.2%. ETH dominance 10.3. Gwei still super low. Can we please have like an NFT cycle now? God, that's a beautiful number. 1.36 Gwei will get you at the ETH transaction. Guys, Fear and Greed index ticking up slightly from, I think we were at 38 yesterday. Fear and Greed sitting at 40. Pretty much neutral according to it. People still trying to figure out what the hell's going to go on with this crypto stuff. What's it mean? What's Trump going to do? Who's he going to piss off today? I mean that in all fun. Oh, it's a grab bag of treasure hunts every morning when it comes to Trump and crypto. Guys, let's go through the top 100 to see what the top movers are, and we'll get on to the charts. Right now, Bitcoin sitting at 1.27% to the upside. XRP 3.52% to the upside. 7.27 for Hype. Narrowed down just a bit, 4.33 to the downside. What else we got? Tao's moving, guys. BitTensor is moving 14.02% to the upside, up 20% on the week. If you're holding Tao, if you're into AI projects, well done. Not a bad project to be into, in my opinion. I don't hold any. I chose FET when I was looking at top tier AI projects, top 50 AI projects. I went into FET very early as opposed to Tao. That was kind of my bet. Again, I'm not against Tao at all. It just wasn't one of the ones I picked. FTM, or now Sonic, is still moving, guys. 10.62% to the upside, up 35% for the week. Celestia, TIA, is up 14.6% today. 7.2% to the upside for DEXE. 7.94% to the upside for Injective. Big, nice V-shaped recovery we got going on over here. Not mad at that. I hold a decent little bag of that. C, moving hard today. 12.71% to the upside today for C. 19.9% for Bera, still on a terror. A Bera Terra. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Pith. Guys, did you get into Pith? Did you do it? Do what I asked you to do. What I recommended. Not financial advice. Pith now up 8.37% to the upside. Get the words out. Story IP. I don't even know what the hell this is. What is Story IP? Story IP is up 28.04% today. Up 67.45 for the week. 15.78% the upside for SPX. And Virtual Protocol bringing in your top 100 spot at 1.26% the upside for the day. Guys, that is your top 100 LFG. To the charts, guys. Bitcoin, 1 hour. When I left you yesterday, we were potentially talking about this downward trend. If you were trading this, you are now making money. We were looking at a potential breakout right when we drew this line. It broke out. This is bullish. So this is basic bullish sentiment, right? Or textbook bullish price movement, I should say. Breakout, rollover, retest, turn previous resistance into now support, bump and run. Probably not a big run, but we'll look at it just because. So almost 2%. If you bought the breakout, 10x leverage, you made about 20%. Again, guys, this doesn't sound like a lot, but when you really have, like, let's say you don't have a ton of capital and you want more exposure to Bitcoin. And again, we use Bitcoin primarily as a barometer of the market, but again, you could be trading it. And I know there's gonna be a lot of people out there who say, don't use leverage, don't use leverage, don't use leverage. I will say this, don't be a complete degenerate when using leverage. If you're learning to trade, leverage is a tool. That is it. And it can help you stack more Bitcoin. If you have small amounts of capital and you trade conservatively, intelligently, don't do like 500Xs and things like that. I usually don't recommend doing anything more than 10. You can use this to stack more Bitcoin. So we're using arbitrary numbers. If you've had $1,000 and went in with $1,000 on a 10x leverage on this trade, okay? If you didn't do anything, or if you didn't use any leverage, you made 1.94% on your $1,000. It was like 19 bucks. And you made that in USD. But now if you were trading Bitcoin on leverage, did 10x, you made almost 20% of more Bitcoin. Because that's what you cash out with. More Bitcoin. So you made an extra $200 from your from your $1,000 in Bitcoin. Is that making sense? I hope that makes sense. Again, I know there's a lot of people like, oh, leverage this, leverage that, it's so bad. It's not if you manage yourself correctly. You manage your risk, you trade conservatively, and you're not doing just degen shit. You're literally looking for good setups. You're waiting for price action to come to you. You're not forcing trades. And you're not doing anything over 10x. 10x is like the max in my opinion for anyone who's especially learning, but it's not bad. It's not that bad. It's not like the devil. Leverage trading is the devil. Just take okay. Here's a rule of thumb, and here's what I've learned from several years of trading leverage. Make your trade and be done with it. So many people want to try and get in, and I myself did this when I first started trading leverage. You want to get into a trade where it just goes. Like you want to buy the bottom, right? You want to do like a 10x leverage at the bottom of the bear market. It's never going to happen. It never does. There's going to be wicks they'll stop you out. That'll, we call it stop loss hunting. You're never going to, like, yes, there are a few people, just like meme coins, there are a few people that have done that have timed it perfectly, got in the perfect leverage, the perfect risk, and they get these astronomical trades in leverage. Don't try to be that guy. Look at your risk to your reward, make the trade, get out. So like, for example, I don't count this as part of the trade. This is a big, crazy wick down. But let's say we were looking at this and we wanted to enter here. We're doing a 10x leverage, enter on the breakout. Breakout was basically right here at 95,848, which is a level we've been looking at for quite some time. So if this went negative, I would probably be getting out probably about 15% loss. Okay. So somewhere right around here. 94.3, 94.5, somewhere like that. If I bought this breakout and it went negative, that's probably right around, because of like these wicks right here, things like this. This is where I would probably be looking to put a stop loss, right? But that's your risk to your reward, okay? So the breakout was basically right here. The bounce 95,842. I would be looking for an exit of this trade probably right about here. So about 30%. So you're risking 15, excuse me, to potentially make 30 on the 10x leverage. So again, $1,000, 10x leverage, you're risking 150 bucks to make 300 bucks. That's a pretty fair risk reward in my opinion. You know, this is a game. This is how you do this conservatively. You make the trade, and if you hit these points, now let's say the price starts looking soft here and we start rolling over, exit trade, take your profits, get the fuck out. Maybe leave a runner or protect. Andy would teach you guys probably to protect. So basically you move your stop up just above your entry point. So if this were to completely roll over, you're not going to lose any money ever. You protected the trade, right? Because it's a confirmed breakout 100%. I don't know. Is this making sense? Am I talking to myself? Your Jupiter says otherwise. 50x minimum. Yeah, I ain't doing all that, man. That's a little, Keegan. That's a little over my my risk tolerance there. 50x. So anyway, guys, I hope that makes sense. Understand risk to reward based on the setups you're looking at and the price action you're looking at. If you keep doing that, small, consistent gains over an extended period of time equal large amounts of dollars. Learn to have the rules, set the trade, make the trade, exit the trade, and then don't deviate from your rules. I think Andy himself even has a three strike rule. So like, let's say he's looking at a setup, right? We'll use this for example. And I think I hope I'm not slaughtering this and saying it incorrectly, and I think I'm going to explain this correctly. I'll do my best. So let's say, oops, don't want to lose that. Let's say Andy was looking at this downtrend to buy the breakout, right? And he bought it, and it rolled over and went back into the pattern and still bounced around with respect to this trend line. So that's one strike. And then let's say it broke out again, so he enters the trade. And it does the same thing, and it rolls over, comes back into the pattern. Strike two. If it does it one more time, he's out of this trade. He's done looking at the charts. He's done for the day. He'll walk away from it. These rules like this that sound kind of arbitrary and slightly obnoxious and unimportant will save your ass. Never forget this. Good morning, Brett. Never forget this, guys. There will always be another trade. There will always be another trade. And I know this sounds so cliche and so simple, but it's not about that. It's a mindset that you've got to be kind of really just stuck on these rules. Set your rules, live by them. Don't revenge trade. Don't lose a bunch of money and then be like, oh, I've got to get back. I've got to do this. Nah, time to walk away. Get the fuck out of there. So anyways, I hope all that makes sense. Right now, outside of that, everything is looking decent. But again, we're still kind of just in this channel, right? We're in this descending channel. Something like this, maybe. Consolidation, moving sideways. However you want to look at it on the 1 hour. Again, not much going on for Bitcoin. This is all great, though. This is, if you caught the bottom of this channel with this V-shape run, I mean, you're making 40% on a 10x leverage. Not bad. But everything's looking good right now for that. I know there was some bullish sentiment during the FOMC minutes yesterday that supposedly they're saying that the Fed is potentially looking at going into quantitative, or let me rephrase that. If I remember correctly, it was something along the lines of they're thinking about ending quantitative tightening. If they go into quantitative easing, that will put more liquidity into the market. Money printer go burr, guys. But that's it. I mean, again, really looking at the charts right now, there's nothing new. There really is nothing new. This is it. This is all we're looking at. Chop, 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 chop. And again, I'm not trading it. If you're not super experienced, I wouldn't recommend you trade it either. I know it's boring. I know that these kinds of statements and things like that don't usually keep people on the channel watching. I am sorry, but this is just how it is. I can't force the chart to do anything. But if there are no questions, oh, here's King. I only leverage $10 to $15 at a time. That's why I use higher leverage. I mean, I guess. Why not use more money and do less leverage? That way you can get into bigger trades. And you're not sweating it. I guess that's just my opinion on it. Anyway, guys, that's it for the charts. I'm not seeing any questions coming in, so we're going to rock and roll, get on the news, and let you guys go about your day, because I know nobody really wants to sit here for 2 hours listening to me ramble about how boring the fucking market is. All right, crypto firms rally behind Ted Cruz to block DeFi broker rule. The Blockchain Association, representing 76 crypto firms, urges Congress to repeal the IRS DeFi broker rule, arguing it threatens U.S. crypto innovation and unfairly burdens blockchain firms. The Blockchain Association, representing 76 cryptocurrency organizations, has called on congressional leaders to support Senator Ted Cruz in repealing the IRS decentralized finance broker rule. On February 19th, the Blockchain Association sent a letter to Senate Majority Leader John Thune, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, House Speaker Mike Johnson, and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries to repeal an anti-crypto regulation finalized during the final days of the former President Joe Biden's administration. The letter was signed by major crypto organizations including OX Labs, A16Z Crypto, Andreessen Horowitz Crypto Division, Aptos Labs, Crypto.com, Grayscale, Dapper Labs, and Ava Labs. Blockchain firms criticized Biden-era IRS. The letter advocates for supporting Senator Ted Cruz's Congressional Review Act, a CRA resolution, SJ-Res 3, which seeks to repeal a regulatory rule that expands the definition of a broker, quote-unquote, under U.S. law to include software providers that enable access to DeFi protocols. Set to be implemented in 2027, The DeFi broker rule holds decentralized exchanges to the same reporting requirements as traditional brokers. The IRS disclosed on December 27th of 2024 that the DeFi broker rules, if implemented, will affect up to 875 DeFi brokers in the U.S. The industry warns of stifled innovation. The Blockchain Association argued that this rule imposes severe and unjustified burdens on American DeFi companies, threatens innovation in the digital asset sector, and undermines U.S. competitiveness in financial technologies. Quote unquote, under the rule, software companies that never take custody or control of users' assets will be required to radically rebuild their services in order to unnecessarily collect and then report to the government the personal identification, information, and transaction details of potentially tens of millions of American users. Now, why do I have an issue with this? And why does it seem so cliche of the old administration? Because all they want to do is control you guys. They want to control your money. They want to know everything you buy, everything you sell, so they can get their cut or tell you can or cannot do it. Yep, that's what they want to do. All right, in addition to the compliance burden, the rule unfairly targets U.S.-based crypto companies and could cripple DeFi innovation in the U.S. The Blockchain Association claimed that the rule was a midnight rulemaking effort and that Congress, which they did a lot of, and that Congress should make all decisions with such far-reaching consequences. The letter urged Congress to vote in favor of the CRA resolution to support DeFi innovation, economic growth, job creation, and financial inclusion. What do you guys think? Let me know. Comments. Moving on. There is a spot XRP ETF, but it's not in the U.S. Guys, Brazil approves first spot XRP ETF as local banks eyes stablecoins on the Ripple Ledger, XRPL. The BBRL stablecoin will only be initially available to institutional clients, but the bank has big ambitions for expansion. Brazil's security regulator has approved the country's first spot XRP exchange-traded fund, which comes as the asset rose 8% over the past 24 hours. The Hashdex NASDAQ XRP Index Fund has been greenlit for trading in Brazil after being approved by the country's securities regulator. The Comissão de Valores, I can't read any of this stuff, on February 19th. Sorry. An official date for trading Brazil's B3 exchange is yet to be announced. Fund manager Hashdex said it would provide more details soon. Hashdex offers a number of crypto ETFs in Brazil, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and funds for DeFi, Web3, and the metaverse. It comes as the United States securities regulator. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission acknowledged several spot XRP ETF filings from NASDAQ and CBOE BZX exchanges on behalf of CoinShares, Canary Capital, and WisdomTree. XRP prices reacted with a 7.8% gain on the day to reach $2.72 at the time of writing. The cross-border token is currently just 20% away from its all-time high. Brazilian banks to launch stablecoin on XRPL. Meanwhile, Brazza Group, a player in Brazil's interbank market, is launching a new stablecoin pegged to the Brazilian real on Ripple's blockchain XRP Ledger. "Quote unquote, we are committed to offering a stablecoin that not only meets but exceeds the highest security and compliance standards," said Marcelo Sacomori, CEO of Brazza Group, in the February 19th announcement. The real pegged stablecoin, called BBRL, will be backed by Brazza Bank, which specializes in foreign exchanges, services, and international payments. The bank is not among the top 10 in Brazil in terms of assets and deposits, but it claims to be the largest exchange bank in the country. Launching a stablecoin like BBRL on the XRP Ledger creates significant opportunities for the Brazilian market while also laying the groundwork for broader adoption across South America and beyond, said Marcus Linoleum, Senior Vice President of RippleX. The stablecoin launch is slated for the first quarter of 2025, which is almost over, and it will initially be available to institutional clients only before expanding to business-to-consumer customers. "Quote unquote, by the end of the year, we expect BBRL to capture about 30% of the market in Brazil," said Sacomori. Brazza Group is also participating in DREX, or DREX. I'm not sure if that's an actual name or an acronym, so we're going to say it like that. A Brazilian central bank blockchain initiative exploring asset tokenization, cross-border payments, and potential central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. Wah, wah, wah. Earlier this month, Brazil's central bank chief Gabriel Galopolo said crypto... the last names, man. Crypto asset usage in the country has surged over the past few years, with around 90% of the flow linked to stablecoins. He also said that DREX is not fundamentally a CBDC, but rather an infrastructure aimed at improving credit with collateralized assets. Dragging your feet, US. Why are we dragging our feet? Anyways, bullish news for XRP. Last but not least, guys, Montana becomes the 4th U.S. state to advance Bitcoin reserve bill to the House. Montana has passed a Bitcoin reserve bill at the subcommittee level, making it the 4th U.S. state to advance a related bill to the House. Montana's House Business and Labor Committee has passed a bill that could open the door for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to become reserve assets. Montana's Business and Labor Committee passed House Bill number 429 in a vote of 12-8 on February 19th, with all Republicans voting in favor and all Democrats opposed. Why am I not fucking surprised? Excuse my language. The 4th Crypto Reserve Bill to reach the House at the same state level in the U.S. The measure would create a special revenue account to invest precious metals, stablecoins, and digital assets with an average market cap above $750 billion over the last calendar year. Out of the digital assets, Bitcoin is the only one that currently meets these requirements. I'm sure it has something to do with being over a $500 billion market cap. The bill would now lead to Montana's House a stage in legislative process that only Utah, Arizona, and Oklahoma have reached when it comes to Bitcoin reserve-related bills. The bill was amended to exclude the requirements that funds must be held by a qualified custodian and through an exchange-traded fund. If passed, the bill would become effective on July 1st, allowing the state treasurer to move up to $50 million to a special account used to invest in precious metals, digital assets, and stablecoins by July 15th. Illinois, Kentucky, Maryland, New Hampshire, New Mexico, North Dakota, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, and Texas are among the other states that have also introduced bills for a Bitcoin reserve. Utah has made the most regulatory progress, being the only state to have a Bitcoin reserve bill passed through the House, which means it's now moving on to the Senate. The Satoshi Action Fund CEO Dennis Porter recently tipped Utah to be the first U.S. state to adopt a Bitcoin reserve, citing the state's shorter legislative window calendar and political momentum. The U.S. Senator Cynthia Lummis is still trying to pass a Bitcoin reserve bill at the federal level. One day. Brett, half the fun of this news is listening to you try and pronounce some of the names. Guys, I suck at that. Like, I feel like the worst, just stupid American can't pronounce foreign names. I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry, dude. Like, oh, I'm so uncultured, I guess. Oh, well. Maybe one of these days I'll get better at it. But guys, that's all I've got for the news today. Let's go back to the chart. Not much going on. Nothing's changed. Whoop-de-doo. Yay. Let's look at US 30. Still sideways as shit. You are forming a solid ass resistance level right here. Right around here. 44.6. Bink, bink, bink. See ya. Bink, see ya. Bink, see ya. Even over here. Bink, see ya. This is where we're ranging right now, guys. If you're playing the US 30 game. The other thing I kind of see, and this is really reaching. Again, take this with a grain of salt, guys. I'm still trying to learn US 30. Yeah, that's reaching. I don't like that at all. That's dog shit. That's nothing. You're showing major support at about 44.3. Major resistance at about 44.6. If you guys are trading on Carbon Capital, this is probably good places to play these ranges. Especially at open market open. 8:30, 9:30. I know Andy was saying something about it's been weird, like there hasn't really been a lot of volume coming in till about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Keep that in mind. Also, guys, if this is something you want to start learning how to do and get better at, trading traditional markets, US 30 stocks, etc., guys, check out the pinned link in the comments. Andy Peters, Pip Connect Discord. He will teach you guys how to do this and make money consistently when the market swings like this. And I'm learning it myself. So, some food for thought. Oh, maybe that looks a little bit better. Hold on. Maybe. We're squeezing if that's the case. If this trend line is I mean, don't get me wrong, there's things that are pumping at. I mean, we can go into higher time frames and it'll probably fit inside there. So, yeah, perfect. Okay. So 4 hour, 3 hour, excuse me. Here's what I see on the 3 hour. She gonna pop. She gonna make a decision real soon. Now, will that be up or down? I don't know. So, traditionally, symmetrical triangles, which is kind of what we're looking at right now, are a 50-50. You're going to get an impulse move. Will it be up? Will it be down? Only someone like Andy Peters could teach you that. But this is looking on the 3 hour. This is looking like your ranges right now. But she's looking like she wants to make it a move. It could be something simple, right? She could just break to the downside and come back down to this $44,000 level, which is support here. Almost got down here. And then you're still just moving sideways. But that's US 30, guys. That's what I would be looking at. This would be looking... you're holding your sells, Brett? Yeah, I mean, we're getting on the 3 hour, we're getting a blood diamond anyways. If she dumps on market open, that would be playing out. That would make sense. Sorry, I'm looking at market side for B, seeing what it might be telling you. Yeah, you're rolling over. VWAP's going to the downside. Red dot starting to print. Yeah. I'm with you, dude. I can see it going to the downside for sure. All right, guys. Bitcoin one last time. Yeah, that's it. Guys, that's all I've got for you this morning. If you do enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto, please, by all means, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for notifications, like the video, share the video on all your social platforms, tell your wife, tell your kids, tell your husband, tell your wife. If you are interested in learning how to trade and get better at trading, whether it be crypto or the traditional market, guys, please check out the link in the comments to the Pip Connect Discord. It'll take you to the paywall. Yes, it is a paid Discord for multiple reasons. Outside of that, if you do have any questions about it, please reach out to me or Andy. We'll do our best to get those questions answered for you and see if the Pip Connect is a right fit for you. But outside of that, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. I am out of here.